Good morning here. My name is DJ Dyko. I am starting a radio station in eastern Oklahoma, near the Oklahoma line. Eventually, we'll probably cover parts of western Arkansas. We just try to cover news in both of the states and across the country as it pertains to rights, civil liberties, government corruption, sovereignty, all the different truth topics of every conspiracy that's been validated as an actual problem, or a fact. That we got that on here, and just recently got in contact with somebody that's running for governor in Texas, which inspired me to want to interview other people. I've had a few politicians every now and then, doctors all over the world come to my TikTok, which made me want to start this radio station, eventually maybe an online a TV station, AM radio station, stuff like that. But they would come in, and now I want to interview people in America that are pushing back. Because I had this top doctor one time in Brazil doing a TikTok while we were talking about certain things in code before they started really censoring the COVID. And but he came in and he was freaking out. They're gonna get me. The plane crashed. We tried to detox the jab. We got the cure. You guys needed to learn what they were learning and find out. And then he left. It was all not even 5 minutes, and he left. I was like, bro, speak your mind. I could tell something was wrong. I knew we had to. I was like, shut up. Give this guy a platform. He ain't playing. He's one of these top doctors. He didn't know where to go. He was running around social media in every box. And anywhere that they talk about that triggered him to come in and let us know. All over TikTok. It's in one of my DJ Dyko streams that you can go to DJ Dyko 2 and go through live and hours of footage. If you find it, cut it. Follow me and screen record it. Do something. But that was great. And I could never find which live it was because it's a lot to look through. I never retitled the live. I should have right after that. And if I did, maybe, I don't know. I don't remember doing it. But either way, since this person has hit me up, let me look in the camera. I'm sorry. I'm not very good at it. I'm trying. I'm pushing back and looking for volunteers to help, but also looking for anybody in Oklahoma, Arkansas, or across the country that's running as preferably like an independent or against the very things that we are against, or a lot of things preferably, but it don't matter, whatever side you're on, if you're even a Democrat or Republican, if you're pro-Israel, if you're not, and you see all this crap online, and you want to come defend your side, I'm interviewing Jays, I'm interviewing Muslims, I'm interviewing all religions, and every type of politician. You know what I'm saying? I want to know, we want to get down to this propaganda and stuff going on. But this lady, Sarah Cunningham, hit me up. I guess I'll just go ahead and say her name. I don't know. This lady hit me up, and we're going to try to set something up here. So I'm going to start promoting it. But anyone else that wants to come out on this channel, we'll just do an interview back and forth. Right now, we can either do Google Meet, or you can just jump right in here by making a Restream account. If you already have a Restream account, we can try it that way. I've never done that, but usually we just do Google Meet, or they come in the TikTok box. But since I'm banned on TikTok, we can't really do that. It's easier just to start a TikTok live and stream the TikTok on here, I think. But no, it may be just easier because we have to constantly switch, and I don't like that. But either way, we're going to try to make it work. Don't really need to show things on the screen. It's really just a back and forth. You know what I'm saying? So if you know anybody that may be running for sheriff that wants to bring down traffic infractions, things like that, it don't matter what side you are, but if you're willing to have some hard, heavy questions, not obfuscating to attempt honest answers, as someone that's debated every topic there is, that's studied every conspiracy dang near, and knows at least if you can just bring up about near every conspiracy, I at least can be able to, like a lawyer, try to explain it and tell you something about it, and information that could validate it as fact or that supports it, information against it. I'm trying so hard to keep all that right here. So it's kind of a tougher stream. Just thought I would put it out there that my channel here, if you listen to the broadcast, is a little bit of a tougher thing. And there are certain questions we won't ask, of course, that will get us censored, or that are just, not yet, maybe. You know what I mean? But about certain subjects, but there is certain subjects that need to be talked about. This year. You know what I'm saying? I understand. Everybody's re-questioning World War II. I don't think that's an appropriate thing for an electoral debate, but I do think. Excuse my voice. I've been yelling and screaming and trying to wake people up, so I apologize that my voice is starting to sound like Alex Jones mixed with RFK, on crack. But that's just what's going on. My voice is wore out. The only way I can sound somewhat normal, normal is by talking deep and loud. So we're gonna try to speak clear, and I hope that you enjoy this broadcast and this interviews that we have coming up lined out here. And yeah, she's going to be running for Texas governor, and she wants to do a lot of things that we would like to see. And she's not backing down. She's not taking the Jew money, as far as I know. But maybe that being the first one that hit me back, out of the few that I've hit up, maybe that'll inspire others to come out and inspire people here to do the same thing. Because we can vote for the same people that take the money that say, oh, wow, okay, I'll just take the money, the nice house. I get to live in the governor's mansion for a while. I don't care. If I were to do it, I'd still live at home. You know what I mean? I get you got to do that, this, that, and the third, but I'd probably live in that fucking. I've lived my weeks in that governor's house. I mean, in the governor's office, in the Capitol. I'd be doing stuff all day. I wouldn't be getting sleep. I already have a gray hair or two coming. I'd be. Look at Donald Trump. He hadn't been spray tanning or dying at all. But you know what I mean? I'm just saying. So if also I'm interviewing people that are protesting. If you're protesting any of the events that's going on, if you got a message you think you need to get to the American people, or even just Oklahomans and Arkansans here on the radio, or you just want to support something like this and make your own station, please. We're taking interviews. There's my email again. There it is, right on screen. If you just type that in lowercase, and then you would go hit me up and say, put in the title, radio interview in all caps. Make sure that it's all caps. So if it goes into spam or something, then I recognize it. Put that, put Revolt Radio. Maybe you got family that's running, and you think they're doing the rituals that the bigwigs do to compete with somebody like this lady we're interviewing here in a few weeks. She's going against what she thinks is a bunch of satanic, Masonic, satanic pedophiles. And that's a lot of what we come to understand over here with their own admissions, the documents, the countless amount of them getting caught. The fact we still ain't got the Steen list. It's Steen or Stein. Epstein, John Stein. Why is it always a Steen, Stein, a Bernbog, or anyway? I don't know. See, questions like that is what we ask. We're going to do interviews, but we need to figure out and solidify a good time. So, I hate to just wake up in the morning and then you have to think about all that stuff. You're usually more ready at night. You're usually rambling. The Bible says today, utter speech, when people usually go out and speak, and it's, oh yeah, this, that, and the third. They try to, but at night your brain's going, and that's when you're getting all the knowledge. It's when everybody starts. I'm getting downloads 3 a.m. They said it was the devil's hour. No, it's quite. I think the opposite. It's what you make it. I think that's So I'm not saying it's gonna be 3 a.m. live stream, but I think in the evening, you get off work, you wind down. A lot of these people still have jobs, have kids. I'm sure she does. So I think the afternoon drive would be probably best. Or something like that. So I have to figure it out. I think that would be the best thing. Because people are getting out of school. People get home from work. You think you'd want to do like 5 o'clock, but a lot of people still have to go to places or do things before they can sit down and watch TV. Mostly are like electoral candidates. When they do their debates on national TV, it's like before bedtime. it's like a football game. It starts around 7, right, or something like that. For us, I get like a time zone thing. So, but here, I think since most people I interview are in the same time zone, not always the same state, and it's going to be that way on this. I think I don't know who said. We'll see. We'll ask her. Well, since we're starting this channel and this radio show, I've interviewed people on TikTok before and tried to stream it to my YouTube. As these people come, they just kind of come and go sometimes. I never really got to sit down with them like this. And, you know what I'm saying? So there's always brief. They come in. So, what would you think, in your opinion? I think the I'm looking at it, and it seems like the most common time it could be or could not be the best time wouldn't be the morning or midday. It would be the afternoon when people are getting off work, or it'd be at night at the start of like basketball and football, prime time shows, things like that. You know what I'm saying? 8, 7 Central on ABC. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that would be the best thing. So moving on, I think we have a lot of topics here to discuss. We can use code words like you would on TikTok for certain things because yeah, I have lost live streaming capabilities for months when I try to just have the broadcast also over here. We started out on YouTube, then we got the cash room. We tried to do both, and it just would ban me for months because some of that is too extreme, and there's evidence for it. So if you want to know, if you're willing to hear the truth, you can tune in if you're willing to hear all of it. We do every topic, but we're clearly not going to do that with you, unless it gets that way, unless you want to talk about it. And if there's something you don't want to talk about, we can talk about that ahead of time, unless I feel that it's suspicious. It needs to be talked about. Clearly we're bringing up at least the base questions of Israel, like do they have too much power? How come, we might, and of course I want to dive into like how come all this crime ends up being a J. They said that the Jays were funding these Muslims to look like terrorists. All this stuff, the ICE agents being confirmed former IDF, going after noticers, all these things that we're not allowed to talk about. I'd like to just have a place of discussion, and especially here. A lot of it started with witnessing local corruption and revenue generation over community safety. every time the internet shuts down. They got my devices bugged, by the way. Not that anybody actually gives a shit to do anything. So yeah, we'll clean up the hat. I really need to get a backdrop set up back here. I don't really have nothing but these flags that I've got down the road. But yeah, let's get back to it here. I don't know. Maybe we'll make this an actual show. I don't know what we're going to call it. I got it on my other channel, the RFO show, representing for Oklahoma. We might just move that over here and restart it and actually interview people. That was the goal. Just might have to use that logo for now. That's fine. So we'll just call it the RFO show or something. Welcome to the RFO show here. A doom scroll style interview show where we interview people and we just can doom scroll. We don't really doom scroll. We'll show you how doom scrolling is literally truth seeking and how literally everybody is just learning and sharing the same stuff. Like we the people seen too much. We're like, all right, let's try to figure this all out. And they can't stop us now. You know, we gotta go unite. So anyway, if you want to come in, all you gotta do is have like Google Meet. It's free. It's on the phone. It's on the computer. You can show the screen, and we can show what you got to see. Google Meet would be great, or you can join right here if you got Restream. And just click that little button, or sign in, and I click a button and add you, and you come right in, and we can do it that way. There'll be two little spots over here, and I can share the screen, and we can both look at it. It comes up. Oh, my back. I've been up here all morning. So we got the desk. We got multiple computers and monitors. We're getting everything hooked up. We're probably going to go up with monitors. But yeah, well, definitely we got to boot these people out that take the APAC money and definitely got to replace them. So definitely prefer if you think you're up for the job anywhere whatsoever. I don't care if you're running for a council member. You're going after local corruption. Even here, like we got in the county, in Sequoia County, or whatever, here in Oklahoma. All you gotta do is type in Sequoia County or type in Salisal News, and you'll see how nasty and disgusting it is. That these officials keep getting caught either taking the money, doing something wrong, or it's always the other. You know, something I can't talk about on here. I'm gonna call magic. It's like a repeated thing, like they keep doing it, like it's collectively taught, and they're not doing anything. So yeah, if you want to just give your opinion, you know, I'm already risking my life by doing this. They're already bothering me. I'm having to sue them. They're stacking up charges all the time. I didn't do anything, no moving violations, but they just can make up stuff to intimidate you. And hopefully I'll win the suit. If anyone that knows how to handle this wants to help and come on here with the interview, that'd be great. Because once we get that down, then we can teach others how to do what we did. I don't want to teach something I don't know. We got stuff on there for them to look at. Why we do what we do. But personally, I can't make a video on here explaining that process until I do it myself. Because with my experience, it takes a while, and I'm not doing this. So, if you want to check it out, here, this is Revolt Radio 90.1. Sign it out. We want to interview you. I don't know, do we doom scroll now? Or do we just end it? I think we just end it. But either way, I'm starting a radio station. Go check the website. The link is either below or in the bio of this YouTube channel. I can't say much here. I mean, we'll get into it on these interviews, but I can't constantly have a stream tell you. I can on the website where you can listen to the radio stream. Now, I don't know what Wix, who we made the website through, allows, if they got any anti-Semitism campaign going on to stop us. There's a lot of stuff that I have put up there that may be a month or two old, but with a reminder that it's always updated right here. It's constant. Tons of music, tons of truth. Truthful music and everything. All your artists, your independents, the ones speaking out, your pro-Palestine rapper and singers, every genre, Even the metalheads that are speaking out, saying I can't take this anymore. Everything, all in one spot. In between that, all the laws and all the stuff against what they're doing. Clearly, what CPS is doing is wrong, right? That's a violation, right? Clearly, what they're doing over here with the ICE is beyond an illegal immigration problem, right? It was a scapegoat. Now they're going after the citizens, too, that notice. It's the... Oh, crap. Yep, here they come. That's what's happening. You know what I mean? Free speech, all that doesn't matter anymore because, look, they passed laws in 38 states criminalizing boycott on Israel. It's not crime. That's criminalizing free speech. So where's these ambulance chasing lawyers that usually come to make a big deal about this? Where are you guys at? Wee, wee, wee. Oh my God. This is and that. You know, this would be like a big class act. Like, come on. Something. We got to get this changed. So if you want to help us change the law, or like these are regulations that are unconstitutional, you want us to help them stamp at the highest level to stop enforcing these unconstitutional statutes, regulations, color of law. They're not the law, and we can prove that. Supreme Court rulings are in contempt of the Supreme Court, invoking the mythical statutory jurisdiction. So yeah, step right up, grow a pair, and if you're going to gaslight the American people, I dare you to come on here and do it against me. Yeah, come defend your religion. If you're Islam, come defend your religion. I think they're lying. I think Christians have way more in common than Muslims than the Jews. If you're a Jew and you go, no, but the Bible, you start doing that nonsense that's not true. It shows you haven't even read the damn thing. Come up, defend your religion. If you're going to do that too, of course, we're going to talk Talmud. I do think my local listeners need to hear. Not enough of them know what the Talmud is and what it says. They don't know about Judaism at all, Jewish law, anything. So yeah, my name is TJ Dyko here, famous on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter for debating and triggering people on the other side with rage bait back in the day. Specifically, Flat Earth. Hey, we might do that on here. No, we're not doing that on here. That wasn't on very long. Oh my God, which religion is the most hated? This is a TikTok live. Ah! We all know what it is. I'm just trolling, guys. Don't be offended by me doing the. It's just a reminder that mainly, clearly it's because they're lying and they're a criminal organization. But, and we talk about that on here. But it's also because before the offended people moved over here, that was the salute to the American flag. I believe throughout American history before 48. So, I mean, what? You can't just, right after they made statutory jurisdiction, they made all this color of law, they made all this stuff that we're fighting against here, that you agree, you know what I mean? They also changed that to this. The Bellamy salute. So, yeah, you think it was invented by them, by the mustache? No, it existed before. There's pictures of kids in class doing that to the American flag. So how is that any different? The Ashkenazis created this country. They ran 95% of that country. And if you don't know what an Ashkenazi is, it's a type of Jew. Like that's what they call it. That's what they call themselves. That's where that word comes from. It's a Jewish word. They were called that because they actually had a 95% government with 150,000 Jewish military members in the German war. Like shit, that needs to be talked about too. By the way, there's where Nazi come from. There's your thing of days. Since everybody getting called Nazis for questioning Israel's policies and override the Constitution. Come on, folks. The CIA even couldn't let them in and wouldn't take any of their gifts. They all had tracking devices. What? That's the CIA guy come out and said that. Well, we appreciate it. We're starting this radio station for us live. It's on the website. We're posting more to Facebook soon. I guess it's there. I mean, I don't know. We got sponsors we'd like you to check out on the website. If you need a portable handheld radio that connects, I think some of their radios even have ham receivers, cell phone capability, FaceTime, apps, do your TikTok live anywhere out on the go, middle of a protest, you could probably, I'm sure, connect your thing at Walmart. They have the two mics, they're little boxes and they clip on and they send it, both mics. You and a friend can have it back to one device and into that device and use that as a camera. That would be crazy. And if he's got his own, you can wear his mic that comes with his and get you on his stream. So whoever you're watching, you know what I mean? That would be crazy. But anyway, we're going to be doing this. What else we should put on here, let us know. Wish I could trust people that get volunteers to help with the web. No, we got to do it all yourself because somebody might mess something up. It might take the money. So to now doubting, Jessica Saxon would be good for this channel. I'm sure we'll get something set up, but they are right now actively doing it at the Supreme Court. They tried to I think, off him or make him very ill. We need to watch them guys because I feel like that's still got a consistent buzz going. Even though it kind of went from here to about like that, it never died down. It kind of does this. It never just went like that, like they usually get away with. He still gets a decent interview or a viral clip. He's still hitting county commissioner meetings and public meetings at these cities and all that stuff. And you need to be doing that too with his legal notice. It's for everybody. I'm going to be starting here in my county. Everyone, I'm just here to remind you that this is going on. And I'm in effect of it. I'm here enforcing the rights upheld by the Supreme Court. And I'm being criminalized for them. I don't know. Yeah, let's see. I'm going to debate this guy, I don't think I'm getting the box, but I'm going to answer his prompt, which religion is the most hated. We'll see what happens. Go check TikTok. It's got a lot of truth on there, but they've censored it since Larry's come back. Instagram's uncensored. Facebook's uncensored. If there's something you're wanting to learn about, you think they lied about, you can probably find it there right now. And YouTube. Definitely. Rumble. Yeah, so appreciate everybody. I don't know. I'm trying to push back. They're probably going to whack me before I can get this thing to take off. We need a transmitter, so look at the products. We got stoolable food on the